Hello and welcome back. So in the last lecture, we created an entity state for courses in our application. Now in this lecture, we are going to use the entity adapter methods in the reducer functions to perform CRUD operation on the courses entity. So currently what is happening is, you will see that currently we have some build errors. And we have these build errors because everywhere where we are trying to use this courses state, this courses property is not available in our courses state. And because of that, we have this error. So all the errors which you see, the reason for that error is in our courses state, we do not have any property called courses. We have this show form state property, we will have the IDs property, and we will have the entities property for this course entity. But we do not have any courses property. And that's why we have these errors. And if you notice, we have these errors either in the reducer or in the selector. So in this lecture, we are going to fix the issues which we have in the reducer function. And for that, we are going to use the built-in methods provided by the entity adapter. So let's first go to the documentation, and there let's go to entity adapter, and you can learn about entity adapter here. But if I scroll down, here you will see that we have some adapter methods, and these methods are provided by the adapter object, and these methods are used inside the reducer function to manage the entity collection based on the provided actions. Now what are these methods? Here you can see the list of all the methods, and using these methods you can perform the CRUD operation on the entity. All these methods are provided by the adapter object. Here we have created this courseAdapter object. So on this object, we can access all these methods. Now, if you want to add a new entity in your collection, you can use this addOne. If you want to add multiple entities in your collection, you can use addMany. You can use this setAll when you want to replace the entire collection with a new collection. You can use this setOne when you want to add or replace one entity in the collection. And in the same way, we have many other methods. In this lecture, we are going to use this setAll method. We are going to use this removeOne to delete a course based on its ID. We are going to use this updateOne to update a course based on its ID. And that's all we need. But if you want to learn about all these methods in detail, you can go through this documentation and learn about these methods. So now let's go to our reducer class. In this example, this CourseReducer.ts. And here, when we are creating a reducer, all the logic is going to be same except how we are performing the CRUD operation. So to create a reducer, we still need to use this create reducer method. To that, the first argument should be the initial state. This initial state is nothing but this initial state for the course state which we are creating here. So we have passed that initial state, and then we are creating some reducer functions for different actions which we are handling using this on method. Now, for this show form action, we are not going to do anything because we don't want to update this show form action. It is not part of our courses entity. So here we are not going to use any adapter method. But for this create course, so for this create course success action, we are going to use an adapter method. So to use an adapter method, first of all, we need to import it. So we are exporting this course adapter from course state.ts. Let's try to import it here. So let's write the import statement. And here we want to import course adapter from course state. This will be the first step. Now, this course adapter, it is going to provide us some built-in methods. We are going to use that to create a course, to delete a course, and to update a course. So to add a new item, to add a new dictionary to the entities, if I go back, we have this addOne method. So it adds one entity to the collection. So here, when we are creating a new course and when that create course is success, we are going to add that course to our courses entity. So I don't need to manually create a new state. and extract all the properties from the previous state and update this courses with the new state and return it. All that will be taken care by the adapter method. Here I simply need to return and use courseAdapter.addOne. To this, first we need to pass the entity object which we want to add, that we will have inside this action. So this action is going to have a property called course. This course we want to add to the courses entity, and we also need to pass the previous state. And that's it. This is all we need to do to add a new course to our courses collection, to our courses state. Let's save the changes. Then we have this update course success. This update course success is a little bit tricky, so I'm going to cover it in one of the coming lectures. So for now, I'm going to comment this so that it will not create any errors. Okay, let me save the changes here. Now we want to delete the course. So again, I don't need to create an update array by filtering all the courses whose ID does not match the ID of the course which we want to delete, and then return a new state with the updated array. All this logic we don't need to write. All we have to do is we have to return a new state from here, and for that we are going to use the course adapter, and on that we are going to call remove one method. And this remove one method is going to take care of removing an entity from the collection based on its key, based on its ID. Here for the ID, I'm going to pass it should be action dot id. This action is going to have an ID property. So this action is nothing but the payload which has been dispatched when this delete course success action was dispatched. And then we also need to specify the current state as the second argument, and this will take care of deleting a course by its ID from the courses entity. And finally, here we have read courses success action which we want to handle. Now, when this read courses action is dispatched, we are going to receive an array of all the courses which has been read from the database. So here what we want to do is, again, we don't need to write this logic manually. Instead, what we can do is we can say return, and again we are going to use the course adapter, and on that we have multiple methods, like we have addMany, addOne, and we also have setAll and setMany. Here I'm going to use setAll. Why? Because whenever we are going to read a list of courses from the backend, we don't want to add it to the existing entity. Instead, we want to replace the existing collection with the new set of data which we have read from the backend. Because here we are going to read all the courses from the backend. So we want to replace the existing data with the new list of courses which we have read from the database. So that's why I'm using set all, because what it is going to do is it is going to replace the existing collection with the new collection which we have read from the database. So here also we are going to pass action.courses. This courses we are going to receive in the payload for this read courses success action. And here also we need to pass the current state. And that's it. Now for the update, we will see in one of the dedicated lectures how we can update an entity. But if you see, now from within the reducer function, we can achieve the insert, delete, and add many in just one single line of code. And here we do not need to write any manual code. And this reduces the boilerplate code in the reducer function. Everything can be done with a single line of code. So with this, if we save the changes, still we will have some errors. So if I go to terminal and if I scroll down, you see we still have some errors, but these errors now we have in the selector file. We do not have any more error in the reducer files. So in the selector file also we have the error, because again in the selector we are trying to read this courses property of the courses state which does not exist, and that's why we have the error. So this we will fix in our next lecture. But if you want to learn more about the adapter methods which you can use in a reducer function, you can go through this list of methods which is provided by the entity adapter and which you can use inside a reducer function to perform CRUD operation. This is all from this lecture. If you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.